Hello. Welcome to Prince William Public Library's English Tips. Now, I will teach you one thing not to do, and then one thing to do instead. The little string of numbers you see down there, are the SOL strands that this will pertain to. So, let's talk about what you shouldn't do first. Segue. Don't. Don't ignore your audience. And by that I mean, do not write to your audience without considering who they are and what they need. You are not writing to your buddies, your friends, your pen pals. You're not texting, lol, Raffle Mal, to your teacher when you turn in a paper. When producing material, when writing, you must keep in mind the audience that you're presenting to. For instance, you are not going to present a well-written, formal paper to a teacher, be it on the topic of history or science or persuasive argumentative essay, as though you are a Twitch streamer, because I know and you know that you guys watch YouTube influencers day in and day out. At no point during your paper are you going to take a break to shout out to your sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. At no point are you going to screech uncontrollably like Flamingo does to my son through his computer day in and day out. You must understand your audience. In order to connect with your audience, in order to make an impact that's tonally appropriate and also drives your point home, it will go much smoother if you take into account your audience, how they process information, how you can connect to how they process information, and lastly, how you can choose a proper vocab. But let's go back to what not to do. Don't be informal. Do not use simple terms you would typically use in dialogue. Do not use words like bruh, or what's up, or holler at your boy. No. Also, try not to utilize informal language such as info. Info is short for information. If you can, put the entire word in there, information. Because if you don't, any type of shortcuts you take with language will appear to your targeted audience, not your desired audience, but your targeted audience, that you just will not take the time to make your point thoroughly to finish an entire word when writing. Before even doing your first draft, be it a persuasive essay or anything of that nature, you must ask yourself very simple questions. The first one will be, what is this paper about? What am I trying to get across? What point am I trying to deliver? The second question is to whom it is to be delivered. Am I trying to help a fellow student understand a concept in my lab class? Well, then you have a different audience. Then you write for that student. Are you trying to make your teacher understand that you have gathered enough data on the research paper to present? Well then, that is your target audience. And you must deliver it through their standards of both punctuation, vocabulary, spacing. They might demand that you have it done on Google Docs versus Microsoft Word, etc. So first you have to know the mission, and secondly you have to know the target. Once your target audience is locked in, spend a few moments. Remember how that audience communicates. Is this audience formal with their writing? Is this audience more relaxed and easy with their writing? Do they repeat themselves when driving home information? Do you need to reiterate the thesis statement of your paragraphs near the end of particularly long paragraphs? Will you have to have strongly structured 5-paragraph essay format to deliver your persuasive argument? Or will you go with a 4-paragraph essay format without a concession near the front? You have a lot of options and it can be overwhelming. Completely understandable. But essentially, whereas the don't is don't write to the audience you want, the do is write to the audience you have. It is so important that you not be writing to yourself. You are not your own audience when it comes to doing formalized papers, be they research, be they for a lab, be they for a persuasive argument. You are not trying to convince yourself or inform yourself. You must know your audience. Write for who you have in front of you. Aim for your target with both word choice, structure, and intentions. Write for the audience you have.